Hello everyone and welcome back to today's video. So today we are making a modern house, kind of a mid-century vibe, and this should have gone out last Thursday, but I had no time because the first time I tried to record this, it didn't bother recording any of my audio, so I rambled on for 20 odd minutes to myself instead of recording it for the video. So that was a fun thing, and then I was like, oh, I'll have time to record it again during the week. No. Because the last how many weeks have I ever had time to record a video during the week? And I should stop telling myself I shall have time and do it when I'm supposed to. So I have learnt, I have done two this week to make up for it. So if you just got eco lifestyle or you're thinking about getting eco lifestyle, definitely check out that video. I will put a card at the end so you can check out that build, because it's gonna be a fun pack. I think I just wish I had time to do a let's play on it, because I don't, unless I do. I have to see when things start opening up again in the real world, not in the Sims world. If things don't start opening up, then I may consider doing a short let's play anyway, and do some fun stuff, because I want to make our world trashy. But this is the style we're going for, so it's like very counterlevery, if that's even a word. I don't think it is. My English is super amazing, as you can tell. And we're using lots of levels, lots of like terrain as well, because I always want The Sims to make some lots that use terrain, and it's already like on a hill basically, so we can actually, it's like, why give us terrain tools if there are no terrain lands? But we can pretend on our flat lots that we have terrain. So just building up our structure, and it was quite fun doing this build because it's different, and I was kind of trying to think of stuff to do. It's always challenging trying to build with flipping terrain in this game, but I get there in the end. So on the back garden, which I'm actually working on in the moment, we have like, it becomes quite a private area. There are like 3 distinct like levels or sections, and we have like a deck area, then we have like an entertaining space, and you go down the stairs and we've got the lounges and a nice like tucked away like seating area, and then we have the pool area that's like kind of blocked in when I decide to get round to doing that. So this was built before eco lifestyle, so it doesn't contain any of those packs, so it would have been quite nice to have the massive new doors in this pack, but alas, it should have come out earlier. But we have lots of like balconies and everything, and Sims can get to them all, and lots of windows as well, because I thought it'd be quite important to make use of the views, especially this building, this part of the build here where the windows, it's not very private, that part of the build. And then the window section that we're doing now is the master bedroom, so you get a nice good view out the top as well. I think the Discover University windows work really well for this build, especially because they're like long and thin, but they kind of also give you that mid-century like vibe as well. So we're going for white windows because the build itself is going to be like dark and black, and not as colourful as my eco living one, where I decided to go out there and use some orange. Ooh, exciting. It's exotic orange. And I thought at the front, I thought it'd be quite nice to have all these like steps down and up to the house, to make it as though it's like very dramatic, very like almost like a performance of arriving to the house. But obviously with the terrain and the stairs, we're not playing ball or being nice to me, so I had to try and fix that off camera. So we've only got two layers in the end, which is sad because I wanted 3, because that would be perfect. But we can't always have what we want, can we? In life, in general. Let's get deep for a second. And we also have a little pathway to our sunken garage that we have down there as well, so that's like the lowest part of our build. We're actually using some of the wallpaper from Discover University just to keep that linear angle, like lines running through the build like we have in the windows, and all the geometric shapes and stuff. I thought it'd be quite nice to have like the dark colour, so it could contrast quite nicely, because we do a lot of landscaping to hide away all the all the wonderful hills and stuff in this build. So there's lots of greenery. It really doesn't come together properly until the very end of this build. And if you hear squeaking in the background, I actually got a new desk chair. I've got a proper desk chair, a swivelly chair, so I can swivel around and record and sit properly instead of on a hard wooden seat. So that is nice, except I can't use it to take it downstairs and use it as my desk chair for work while we're still in lockdown. Hopefully we can get back to work soon. So I've done the layout off camera, of course, because that's the most annoying part for me, to try and work out where everything goes. So we have this massive kitchen here on this side. Like, there's only 2 rooms on this floor, well, 3, because we have a bathroom, but there's two floors. And at the moment I was like, they just using the space completely wrong. So by putting that island that way round, I was just like, no, it needs to go the other way around. So I was like, I moved the fridge over, and then I started putting the shelves in as well, because they're using all the island living stuff, because that works so nice. And using island living counters and stuff for the eco living pack would work so nicely. I've only done a base game build at the moment, so I need to do one that has all the packs that can properly kit out a modern, like, over the top house. And I was going to put some of the little fan induction things above the cookers, but that meant moving all my shelves about, and it just didn't look as good. So I was like, do I have to? And I was like putting in everything. I also put a bar in here. I don't know why. For the last few builds, it's just like, yeah, shove a bar in. But I suppose I've been building builds that have like a bigger space to them. So we've got a bar, and obviously pulling out objects as I do for other areas, because I always forget. And I'm sure the catalogue's changed again, hasn't it, for eco living? So I don't know where anything is anymore, and it really annoys me. So I was like, the other day when I was trying to build the house, I was just like, where is everything? Oh my god, I can't find anything anymore. But I thought, try and fit the bar in, so I had to use the white one, and it's slightly off-white by the looks of it. It's not the same colour white, which is so annoying. But we do have a bar in here, and we have our dining table right in front of our doors as well, so that's that's appropriate. But I centered everything with the island instead of the doors itself, because that made a lot more sense. And obviously you have to have some bar stuff up on the wall, because there's not too much decoration in this build, because it's supposed to be nice and white and fancy. And I did have some like Sims in mind, so I imagined like 2 Sims live here, and they're a bit well, not eccentric, but they have money. They have simoleons, of course they do. They live in a massive flipping house, but they kind of just live there by themselves and invite their fancy friends around to have gatherings and outdoor parties and stuff like that. So they have a guest room as well, so if you drink too much juice, you can stay over and it's all good. You can't drive home in the morning because we don't have cars. Oh, that was such a bad joke. When are we getting cars in The Sims? I love the fast lane in Sims 3. Why can we not have cars with a driving career that you can go and do when you have to do like athletic stuff, or even an extra extension to the athletic career and go into like Formula Sims or something like that? That'd be fun. I would be down for that. So, this is our formal living room because we have to have two living rooms in this house. So this is our very black, white, and gold living room. So we're using a lot of stuff from Get Famous in this pack. Well, not in this pack. In this build. What am I becoming? The more and more we are staying in home, the more and more I enjoy rambling in these videos. When we go back to normality, I won't be able to know what to say in the builds anymore because I would have spoken to people during the week, but we're filling it with some nice fancy stuff. We've got some expensive paintings as well, and because the windows are quite low, they're like the long thin ones. It was quite hard to fit objects underneath. I've just lost it now. This whole recording is going to be atrocious now, but we can accept that, I think. So I put the jukebox, the vinyl player. It's not jukebox. The vinyl player and some of the bookshelves as well underneath that were the correct height, and just try to work out some more stuff to go in because I've kind of cornered myself a bit in this room because it's always a bit strange to do living rooms because normally if you don't have I like putting the TV on the wall. If you have to put in a corner and it's like a big space, it kind of like means that you're not kind of squidging everything into the corner. I should have put a grand piano in here. That is what I should have done in the corner. I think I did consider it and I was like, nah, that would look weird. I should have done it. I should have put a big white one in just to make it extra fancy. I think the curtains help as well because I had to shift some of the objects about, and I do like putting them together so it kind of looks as though there's a curtain rail that you can draw the curtains all the way across. So upstairs we have a variety of rooms. Ooh, it is the spice of life. And so we have the master bedroom here that kind of has three distinct areas. So we have the bed, obviously, key to a master bedroom. We have a little dressing area that's near the door, and the bathroom as well, but the ensuite. And we also have a little seating like TV area as well, so if one of the Sims is upset with the other, they can choose from many a location to go and ignore them in. So, and also you can having doors that are completely glass into your bedroom kind of may suggest that there are not many other Sims in this house, because I definitely put a curtain across that. But you do get some very, very nice views out the window, and also had some fun with the mirrors, using 3 and having it at all different angles as well. It kind of reflects the house. I just remembered that I said that joke the last time I recorded it, and it wasn't funny then. It still isn't funny, but it does reflect as a mirror should. So we're putting in some nice rugs and stuff, trying to use some of the blue ones. We've got the nice fluffy one for under the bed, and then I actually take out the wardrobe, and I'm going to put in a little vanity as well there, just to make, like, keep it a little bit different, because we've got the built-in wardrobes over the other side, so it's a bit strange to have like another one. It is a little bit close to the door, which could be a little bit of an issue, but it should be fine. And we've got a little bookshelf in here as well, so we've got a little TV, a little chaise longue to chill out in the evening, put some Netflix on and watch some TV. and obviously lots of curtains as well. So in this house they have some fun things, like they have a gym, because why not? There's no need to build kids' bedrooms in this house, so before I build a nice gym and a little spa area. Obviously, can't fit the climbing wall in. It's like the one object you always like want to go and use, like climbing walls and the bowling table, the bowling table, the bowling alley, and there's never any space for it. I should have made like a secret basement in the garage and had like the bowling stuff and the gaming stuff, the big gaming cabinet for all get together, and the climbing wall. I actually made a leisure centre that had like climbing wall and like a big swimming pool area and stuff. That was quite fun to do. It's a fun community lot as well, because then your Sims can like do many. I think it had an ice rink in it as well from from the season stuff. So it was like a proper old, well, not old school, because they're still about, but a proper leisure centre that your Sims could go to and have some fun. And this over in this wing of the house, we are doing our office area. So I thought it'd be quite nice to have 3 different like bookshelves behind the desks, so they kind of kept like bought them at different times, but they all have like sort of a similar style. And then we have our little desk, a modern desk and like fancy stuff, so you can have meetings, work on their stuff, and obviously you've got a nice big window to look out of for your inspiration or procrastination, whatever you deem it to be. And then over the other side, I wanted to have like a trophy cabinet, because I was like, Sims who live in this house clearly done something with their lives. So we have to have a trophy cabinet for them to put all their stuff in. I was just trying to work out where it was, because I know it's Jungle Adventure, but I can never find it. So we've got the seat tucked in there, and I think I put a plant behind, because you always gotta have a plant somewhere in your office. And we've got all the trophies and gold bars. We have some of the document stuff from Discover University as well, and Strangerville, like the boxes and stuff like that in there. And then I thought it'd be quite fun to put the locked like books that we have in base game in the little glass cabinet underneath, so you can imagine that like it locks away his like accounts or whoever's accounts and stuff. And we have the quill as well, which is thought be quite funny. That's how they do their like banking or something. They don't trust the online banks, so they're still doing it in like proper books, which is quite fun. And then next door to that we have a guest bedroom, so this is quite like a muted room. It's still going with the blue theme that we've got going on in the upstairs, but just going a little bit plainer because it's only a guest bedroom, but it's quite a fancy guest bedroom. And putting in my favorite tiny living plant pictures, because who doesn't overuse those constantly? But it's a good little room. And then we have a exceedingly long corridor to walk down here to get to it, which is always fun. Which actually puts some of I always forget to put in the aquariums in builds, and this was a perfect opportunity to put some of those in. And we have all a guest may need, so they have their little vanity and laundry basket if they're staying that long, a bookshelf as well, mirrors, same as the ones similar to the ones in the master bedroom. And we just got a little book a wardrobe to put stuff in. So in this room I wanted to make it the entertaining space, so like the chill space. So if you're having like closer friends around or having a party and stuff, you come up here and have it. If it's not warm outside or if it's raining. We've got seasons. So we've got another bar. We've got 3 bars in this house. The Sims would be proud of me for the amount of bars that are in this house. So I wanted to make it like all built in and everything, and I wanted to have like the blue background, so we have a little bit of light in here, make it a little bit of a feature, especially using the Get Famous bar because that has the light built into it anyway. And then we have take a full advantage of the views out the window. So we have all the seats in here facing out towards the window, but if you had anyone important around, you probably want to close the curtain depending on where you had this house. If you're in a built up area, you won't want everyone like staring in your party room. We also have a microphone and we have keyboard and stuff. We also have a future cube because you gotta know your future. The most useless item in the game, the future cube. But we have a few fun tech stuff. I don't know whether you can actually use the dartboard or not because it's put over the keyboard, but in real life you can, so I don't see why in The Sims you can't. We've got some odd sculptures about the place as well. We've got odd like diamond encrusted skeleton and a little gold bust as well. And we also put a T-Rex head in the hallway as well, because I was like, we need to make this hallway fancy. So we've got like two aquariums, we've got a T-Rex head, we've got a few sofas and some big pots and stuff about the place. And going jump to the exterior. So we have down here, we have our like pool, we have our like more private seating area that gets the shade from the overhang of the upstairs as well. And then in this top section we have our party area basically. So we have our bar, we have our barbecue, we also have a picnic table as well, the modern one. And then I thought it'd be quite fun to throw in the koi carp pond, because I was like, that would fit perfectly in that area. So just squidge everything along and you can still get to the bar and everything, but it's such a good feature to put there. Kind of fits that area, and obviously putting in the plants that kind of fit in it, so it's a little bit more in situ. And I put some of the big growing vines along that back wall, and it just hides the fact that there's like a sheer cliff at the background. So that was a good addition. Also added some of the fountains as well, so that we could have a nice closed in pool area. So it's a little private. Going for some of the big palm trees as well, which make it really tropical and also gives a lot of shade as well, so you can have a very closed space. We do a lot of landscaping to cover up these hills. There's a top tip: if you've got an ugly bit of your build, cover it in plants. Especially with all the new plants in eco lifestyle, you can just like cover your walls in plants now. So it's a good thing to mix up all your different textures and heights and everything to make it look interesting, and as though you have spent way too long doing some landscaping. Obviously scaling up rocks and putting them in as well makes it look as though it's like a little cliff edge. It just kind of finishes it off. The back area is a little bit like blank, but you're not really supposed to see it. We do similar things at the front as well, and I make a little oasis at the front with a little fountain. Not a swimming pool, because I don't want the Sims to go and swim in the front garden. But I also put sand around it as well and use that instead of dirt. So it's kind of more based in a warmer climate, kind of maybe LA kind of area. Have some sand. Obviously it makes the pillars that we've got holding up that part of the building feel as though that they are actually supporting something and are properly in the ground as well, because that is always a thing where it really looks a little bit stupid when they're like floating above everything. It's like I wanted to have the ground above this part of the build, but in The Sims you can't do that, and it makes me so sad. So we've got our little garage and our laundry room in here. So if you've got a maid, well, these Sims would have a maid, so they've got 3 stacks of washing machines and dryers, so your laundry is getting done. We've also got like the robotic stuff and a few other bits and pieces as well. Obviously jumped into live edit objects to get all the fancy cars out, because you need to have a fancy car in your garage and on your driveway so you can show off and have some fun. And you can also see like the sand and the extra landscaping that I did, which kind of finishes off this build very nicely. So we can jump into our screenshots and have a little closer look at the build as well, and have a tour around. Also did some of the bathrooms and the hallway off camera, so to put some fancy paintings and stuff. So here's our kitchen area, lots of different angles, and our a formal living space, very fancy. Our master bedroom with our mirrors doors, and this is the upstairs bathroom that has like a walk-in shower, corner tub and stuff. And then we have our gym area and our desk, office, and our guest bedroom, and the other one, and then we'll go to our outside shots. So I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, feel free to give it a like, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye.